Blackburn Rovers transfer window has slammed shut, and we said goodbye to some very familiar faces. Who, of course, is the biggest loss from the pack? Travis, Buckley, Brittain. Well, we'll talk about that and more next. So, folks, back once again with another video. Today we look back at the transfer window and, of course, examine the players that left us. Who's going to be the biggest loss? Who are we most happy to see the back of? And, of course, all of that kind of stuff. We'll get into it all of it in a second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want some for Blackburn Rovers, Championship Football, transfer rumours. We got it all here under one rooski. That's right. Who, of course, was your biggest loss? Let us know down below. And a big shout out to the members of the patrons. You know who you are. And want to help out the channel, check out those links down below. But before that, here's another way to help out the channel by helping yourself. Get interested in the old away day travel, and here's Eddie to talk about it.
Thanks, Dirk. Ewood Eddie here with some news on our brand new scheme we're looking to implement in the 2025-2026 campaign. What is it? Well, it's affordable away day travel. That's right, us at Blackburn Rovers Seas hope to implement this brand new scheme for each and every one of the away days taking place in the upcoming campaign. Right now, we're just in the planning stages, and we want to know if you are interested in away day travel for the upcoming season. Now, what I need you to do now is, of course, go to this link on the screen right about now. It's a QR code, or maybe drop down in the description to follow the URL and fill out your name and, of course, maybe some contact information that we can reach out to you when we are 100% committed. Just a reminder that this is just the planning stage of this service. Nothing is 100% as of yet. But the more numbers and the names that we get down in the next few weeks, then, of course, then we'll have the ability to make this happen for you guys. Again, looking at what's available at the moment, this does look like an affordable option if we can get the support from you guys. And again, it's just a fantastic way for you to support the channel in another way. Back to you, Dirk, in the studio.
Appreciate that, Eddie. Thanks again. But now let's bring in the boys and talk about the players that have said goodbye to Ewood Park for the last time. Captain, here he is.
It's still painful to see that.
It really is. Yeah. It is, and he apparently had a good game yesterday, and it is quite a team that they are building. I know they got a lot of our dead wood, old stuff, but the team that they are shaping up is pretty good. Now they got Diaz there on loan. They got
I don't know. I just, they didn't do it for Blackburn Rovers in terms of getting them promoted. They kept them safe, but I wouldn't say they're building a team that's.
No. If you put it in context, from nearly being relegated, we did the exact same thing last season, right? These are the players that kept us up, right? So, and we give it a good go. Weimann, these are players that if we had the option as fans, we would have kept Travis, Weimann, Owen Beck, and. I don't know about Brittain Diaz, but they're definitely players that make an impact, and they'll be all right. I don't think they're going to get relegated anytime soon.
I think in terms of yesterday, that was the two things that made me happy yesterday was Ipswich scoring to make it 2-2 and Burnley conceding a 90 whatever minute defeat at Manchester United. If Burnley had won at or at least even drawn at Old Trafford, I would have been even more gutted than what I was, and if Derby had beaten Ipswich, so there was a little bit of saving grace about yesterday. But yeah, Lewis Travis, it's looking at that picture, it's like seeing your ex-wife that you're still in love with on a new wedding day, isn't it, sort of thing. So but yeah, Lewis Travis, thank you very much for everything that you've done for us, matey. Bit of a shit way to finish your time at Blackburn Rovers. You've put all your eggs in one basket with John Eustace, but hope you just stay mid-table, to be fair, and watch the team that you've left, get promoted or have success. But yeah, I was a lot more bitter about it when it was more breaking news. Now I've made peace with it. I've moved on, especially after seeing Tyrhys at Hull City. I thought, yeah, it's all right, Lewis. You just keep being a shithouse and defensive midfielder sort of thing. But yeah, after watching Tavares yesterday, then yeah, I was thinking maybe we need Trav back. But
Jacob, what's your take on him? On the partner? We kind of want to put this to bed now, all the Lewis Travis nonsense, and we're going through the transfers out. We're going to talking about the players that we've left. Yeah, welcome. And what do you think?
Well, I can't believe what I'm hearing from Jonty. I thought you were Travis' #1 fan, Jonty. So I'm surprised to hear you. I mean, you're kind of glad to see the back of him in a way, seeing Tavares.
I've never. I don't know where you got Armin's number one fan from. Did I like him? I think every Rovers fan liked Lewis Travis. Who didn't like Lewis Travis? But I wouldn't say I was his number one fan.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's been times on the pod where we've had the Sonny and Travis question. I feel like you were always very much Travis ahead of Sonny. I mean, in my opinion, it's sad to see him go. I mean, he's been such a servant to the club. He definitely is one of those players, just bleeds blue and white. But is he a limited player? Yes, he is. I think we do want to get out of this league. Are we going to do so by playing two holding midfielders who both of their games are very similar, both don't really offer much in terms of assists and a goal threat? Travis, to be fair to him, did chip in a few times last season with a couple goals and a couple assists, more so than Sondre. But nowhere near enough to kind of, as I said, they're both just such limited players. I think from what I've seen, maybe Tavares is going to be a bit more of a box to box. I mean that remains to be seen, but he seems very comfortable on the ball, in my opinion, when there's grass in front of him and he's not got someone breathing down his neck. I think there's a couple of times yesterday against Norwich where someone would be up his arse and he'd panic a little bit. So, I mean, but to be fair, Travis had that problem a couple of seasons ago, and that's why John Dog dropped him from that pivot role, because he just could not deal with the pressure of someone being on him. So, I mean, hopefully Baraji as well. Obviously he's coming in, but it's sad to see him go, obviously, and it's left a sour taste in the mouth of a few people with obviously the way it's ended. Obviously, apparently, kind of refusing to play and whatnot. And then obviously going to Derby as well. But I mean, like we've said, I comment on the Rovers rant the other week ago. I mean, obviously, Eustace was the man who brought him back, and when he come in, he said, "I want you back in the summer. You're going to be in my side." He gave him the captain's armband. Clearly, Travis has a lot of time for him, and I think obviously at that point in his career, he's quite disillusioned. Obviously, leaving to go to Ipswich, didn't get on with John Dahl, so it's not surprising to see this. But at the minute, is it a step up? I mean, I suppose that remains to be seen. But the way we've started the season, it might be.
Yeah. Does this move hurt more than this one? Who wants to jump in on that one?
I think it's equal for me.
Yeah.
I think Callum Brittain had done really, really well. One of the best right backs in the league, if not the best right back. It's painful to see that, because I think we've nurtured him, and brought him on to be the player that he is today. And now Middlesbrough reaping the rewards of that, and he was just absolutely in his prime. Middlesbrough are absolutely flying. So yeah, it hurts to see that one. But he's. Yeah, I don't, like Jacob said, Travis bleeds blue and white. Callum Brittain was, doing extremely well for us. I'd like to just seen another season out of both, I think, to be fair. And I think both would have had the right to leave if we hadn't had a serious shot at like the playoffs or something like that. I think if we kept those two players, then yeah, potentially would have been we would have been a serious threat this season.
Yeah, but does that one hurt as much as this one?
I think in my mind,
Sorry, go on.
Go finish. Go on.
for Jonty maybe.
Yeah.
No, I think the video and everything, just because of course if what you call it, Travis bled blue and white. This guy literally is the epitome of Blackburn Rovers, because he's come in 9 years of age, come into the academy, made it all the way through. He's been one club man, and for him especially, it'll be 20 years at the club, and it is a big step for him. And it is a stat. Like even I was a bit like, God, this one's a bit. because we all love him, even as fans, we all love him. Like Jonty's turn around because he's crying now.
I can't look at the picture. I just can't. It's we've got to remember he was a ball boy at Blackburn Rovers, and this one hurts. This one hurts. So when Jacob said I'm his number one fan, I think he's getting mixed up with Bucko, because if he said that, then he's true. I just think he had so much more to give. Give him time. Give him game time. Is he going to amaze us in the first game that he comes back and starts? No, but give him 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, as we saw, not that long ago, 2 seasons ago maybe, where Travis and Buckley, and they came in the February, didn't they, and just propelled us back up that league. So no, this one hurts. I will be going out to Saudi and watching him play.
Wow.
Anybody's welcome to come with me. Say again.
I'm not sad about this one.
Well, how about this?
I'm not sad about this one.
What if I rephrase this? Would you rather have Buckley, and not Jonty's excluded from this question because he would say yes, but would you rather have Buckley in the team or Axel Henriksen in the team?
Oh, I mean, that's not fair. I think John Buckley's left for a reason, because he just wasn't, unfortunately, good enough to keep a place or to impress anyone that has come in. How many managers have come through the door since? So we had Tony Mowbray, probably had the most faith in him, JDT, Eustace, and now, and he's not made his impact. So Axel, we've seen 4 games of him. Like, let's be real.
Well, not even that, Denver. Not even 4.
Yeah, he's not even had that. True, he's had 3, and so.
Well, they're mostly cameos as well, I think, for Axel.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if Jacob wants to answer that. I can't answer that. That's
Yeah, I mean, like Denver said, it's not really fair when I don't even think there's the same position really in my mind. It seems Axel's going to be more of a number 10, and in my mind, Buckley's more of maybe a number 8, a box to box kind of player. I think, like Denver just said, he's not been fancied by any of the 4 managers. He got his most kind of opportunities under Mowbray, but even then, it's not like he was starting week in, week out, really. I mean, yeah, I think he's just a player that's kind of struggled, and I don't think the system's really helped him, because, as I just said, I do think he's a box to box. I think maybe in a midfield 3, a flat midfield 3, he could play quite well, but I don't really think he's defensively sound enough or physical enough to be a number 6. And obviously, we play with 2 number 6s, and he's not got enough goals in his game. He can pick a pass, don't get me wrong, but he's not got enough goals in his game to be a number 10. So I think he was just always kind of out of favour for that reason. Never really made the impact that any of us kind of wanted. When he come in, obviously there was a lot of excitement around him. I remember him pinging balls, and kind of when Adam Wharton come through, I've got those kind of feelings of, oh yeah, John Buckley were doing this when he first come in, but it just never really lasted. And it's sad. It's sad to see him go. Of course, he's been with club 20 years or whatever, but I think it's the best thing for his career, and it's a good move for us as well to get $1 million for him. I don't think if it had gone to an English club, we definitely wouldn't have been getting $1 million. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does well, and hopefully we can maybe there's a sell on in there or something if he does make a switch back. How about this guy? Moving on. My favourite, Jorge Costello. Yeah, nice guy, Mr. Utility Man. We've got a new one in Denevra who can be the new JRC.
Yeah,
we'll go.
I think, in your opinion, we won't be missing him much, will we, Dirk?
Yeah, I thought, I thought it was going to be. I think he's already down the pecking order at Charlton already. So he's he's like not getting games. He's on the bench, not getting minutes. So weird. Anyone wants to jump in on JRC, or we can move on? We can move on. Danny Bartz again. I do. Again, with the old Twitter algorithm, I do see a lot of Derby shit on my stuff, even though I don't want to. And they're not rating Danny Bart's performances so far. He is a year older. And I think they're just looking forward to, earlier I did say Derby are building a team. I'm not necessarily talking about the team of Rovers cast-offs. But the other players, that I think Carlton Morris up top is a decent striker. I think they've got the young American guy coming in there. They have got some picking up some good. They are overloading themselves. They do have this experience of Danny Barr and Weimann and all that. They might not have hit the ground running, but I do think their squad is developing quite nicely for a good campaign, unfortunately. But I don't think the fans are taking too well to Danny Barr at the moment from the early 2 or 3 performances. But it's a shame because he was solid for us. And yeah, anyone want to
Very
jump in?
solid.
Yeah, anyone comments on him before we kick on? I've got 3 more faces.
I think the concern with Danny Barr is that, if Dominic Hyam went to Derby, because I think their partnership and understanding is extremely good. So are you going to bring out the best in Danny Barr and vice versa if Dominic Hyam went? So because I'm guessing he's centre backing with Dion Sanderson at the minute, isn't he? Which is I mean he was never going to be player of the season or anything like that. But it's I think it all depends who he's stood next to. Is what?
I think he's carrying a kid, really, isn't he? I think you mentioned it last season. To be fair, Jonty, Hyam played his best football when he was with Danny Barr. Whenever he was with Carter, maybe because Carter's a little less experienced and whatnot, maybe Hyam had a bit more pressure on his shoulders to kind of keep hold of Carter sort of thing and whatnot. Whereas I think he just knew with Danny Barr, obviously, he's free to play his own game and Batth will play his own game as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Quick one on this guy, Dylan Markanday, switching to League Two. Did we get money for that? Was that money or was that free? Probably a free, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was a free. But to be fair, I have a mate who's a Chesterfield fan, and obviously he was on loan there start of last season, then went to Leyton Orient, didn't he? He was gutted because he absolutely tore it up in League Two with Chesterfield whilst they were there. So best of luck to him. I mean, that's his level, isn't it? Let's be honest. But what a flop he's been, by the way, for us. I mean, we were so excited to get him in, and he played one game, got injured, and it just never happened after that, did it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know. At the minute after yesterday's performance, I'm I don't know where I'm sticking Cargbo in my team at the minute. So I think he could probably get ahead of him, in my gut opinion, at this moment in time. Because I don't think Cargbo has got the best touch in the world. Touch of a construction worker. He's got lead boots. And I know Denver's told us
touch
about
of a Sam Gallagher.
Well, yeah. Well, and again, and that's another thing. I'd probably rather have Sam Gallagher than Mac Gay at the moment as well. It's another one. It's it's just. I'm just
have me rather than Max Gay at this moment in time.
It's. We'll talk about
it.
Well, yeah. I think honestly, you never know, because he's been quite embarrassing as a professional footballer. If your job is professional footballer, you get offside that often, that quick. Jonty.
What, are we going on to Matt Targay now?
No. Let me just wrap up this transfer quick. There are a couple. There's the man perm. It's Dolan.
Has anyone ever seen Coming to America? Just go back one slide. Have you seen Coming to America with that soul glow? It's that. Yeah, it's just reminds me of just that soul glow hair sort of thing. With the
I don't know. I saw him burst on the. Well, he had a good first game, not too good second game. I think his match rate was pretty shitty last week. I haven't seen what he did today, but it could be I keep an eye on it. And then Weimann, of course. Appreciate that, lads. And of course, who was your biggest loss of the players that we said goodbye? Dolan, Weimann. Of course, Buckley, maybe. Let us know down below. And of course, and maybe in fact, what if you want to chuck in a Blackburn Rovers memory about those players? That'd even be special. And here's Eddie to tell you how to do it.
Hey, Ewood Eddie back once again, but this time I don't want your money. No, I want your name, your voice, your Rovers memories. That's right. We started a social media project over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, showcasing 150 Blackburn Rovers memories. I've asked fans from around the globe to drop their Rovers memories, but of course I need more of them. That's right. 150 is a big number and we need some more, and that's where you come in. That's right. Whether it's the best player, best goal, best shirt, best moment in regards to Blackburn Rovers, I want to hear about it. So if you want to do that, again, follow that link. There is also one down in the description and drop it in there. Of course, that memory will be featured over on Twitter on a day of its own, and then of course together in a master video when we drop it on November the 5th to celebrate Blackburn Rovers 150th anniversary. So please do me a favour and drop your Rovers memory. But anyway, once again, back to Dirk to wrap up the show.
Thanks again, Eddie. Thanks again, lads. And thanks again for you guys watching at home. Subscribe, smash a like. Of course, we've got non-stop coverage of Blackburn Rovers right here under one roof. But until then, I'll see you soon whenever we return. But until then, we're done.